Arjun was a young man with endless dreams and boundless energy. He wanted to be successful, to live a life of freedom and respect. But like many others, he often told himself, "I have plenty of time. I'll start tomorrow." Every morning he woke up with plans to study, work on his skills, or improve himself. But by evening he found himself scrolling endlessly on his phone, chatting aimlessly, or simply wasting hours on things that added no value to his future. He believed that somehow, one day, things would fall into place, and success would arrive at his doorstep without much effort. One day his grandfather, a man who had lived a disciplined and fulfilling life, noticed his habits. He invited Arjun to spend a day with him in the garden. While they sat under a tree, the grandfather handed him a glass jar filled with large pebbles. "This jar represents your life," he explained, "and these pebbles are the most important things in your life: your health, family, dreams, and goals." Then he poured smaller stones into the jar. The stones filled the spaces between the pebbles. These represent the other things, like your job, your responsibilities, and necessary tasks. They matter, but they are not the core of your life. Finally, he poured sand into the jar. The sand slipped through the gaps and filled every tiny space. This sand is the little distractions, the time you waste on things that don't truly matter. Arjun stared at the jar, confused. His grandfather continued, "If you fill the jar with sand first, there will be no room for the stones or pebbles. If you waste your time on meaningless things, you will never have room for what truly matters. But if you prioritize your pebbles, your dreams, your purpose, then everything else will find its place. The secret is to value your time." The word struck Arjun, but his grandfather wasn't finished. He pulled out a small clock from his pocket and handed it to him. "This clock belonged to my father. It's been with me for 70 years. Time is the only thing you cannot buy, borrow, or earn back once it is gone. Every second that passes is gone forever, and yet most people treat time as if it were infinite." That night, Arjun couldn't sleep. He thought about the countless hours he had wasted scrolling through social media, watching random videos, or sleeping excessively. He realized he was filling his jar with sand every single day, leaving no space for his real dreams. The next morning, he woke up earlier than usual. Instead of reaching for his phone, he opened his books. Instead of spending the evening gossiping with friends, he worked on a new project he had always wanted to start. Slowly, his days began to change. He still had time to relax, but he did it with purpose, never letting hours slip away unnoticed. Months passed, and Arjun noticed something incredible. His skills improved. His confidence grew. He started receiving recognition at college for his work. Friends who once mocked his discipline now admired his focus. He realized that valuing time was not about working nonstop, but about giving attention to what truly mattered. One afternoon, while walking through the same garden with his grandfather, he smiled and said, "Dadaji, I understand now. Life is not short. It's just that we waste so much of it." His grandfather patted his shoulder and replied, "Exactly. Every day gives you 24 hours, a treasure chest filled with opportunities. The rich, the poor, the young, the old, everyone gets the same 24 hours. The difference between success and failure lies in how you use them." Arjun went on to achieve great things in life, not because he was extraordinarily talented, but because he mastered the art of valuing time. He understood that each moment was an investment, and every wasted hour was a debt he could never repay. He lived by a simple rule: never spend minutes on things that don't take you closer to your purpose. Years later, when Arjun became a mentor to young students, he often told them the story of the jar, the pebbles, and the sand. He reminded them that their life's jar was still empty and waiting to be filled. The choice was theirs, whether to fill it with purpose or let it overflow with distractions. The lesson he shared was simple but life-changing. Success is not just about hard work, intelligence, or luck. It is about valuing the one resource we all possess equally: time. Those who waste it, waste their lives. Those who respect it, shape their destiny. And so Arjun's story became a reminder that time is not just money. It is life itself. If you value your time, you value your life. If you waste your time, you waste the very gift that can lead you to greatness.